Hi there guys, trust you are well man. This is Farmer Bob. Welcome to my channel. Great to be back guys with another video on map making. And today's episode I'm gonna show you how to paint fields in game. Now there's a few things in order for us to get that into the game. And I just need to warn you beforehand, this is by no means replacing painting fields in the editor. It is by far easier to paint fields in the editor, because this process that I'm showing you is for the guys that just want to add a field in game quickly to their map and play a game. It's not going to replace the option of painting fields in the editor. So it is actually a tool just for in-game purposes, not really for editing purposes. And one thing I must specify or clarify to you: it does not give your field names or field numbers. Rather, it's just a layer to paint in game as a field that you can sew on, and the workers will use it as a field. But it does not give field layers, and it doesn't assign the field uh, um, um, a field number in your PDA. That's the thing I'm looking for, the word. Good man, great guys. So first things first, open your map in the editor, and we're going to have to download a prefab for that. I don't know if there's a mod out for that. I'm sure there must be a mod, because this thing, if it ends up as a prefab, there must be a mod in ModHub for it, or somewhere. But I'm just showing you the way I found to do it and make it simple and easy. I wonder if there is a mod for that. I'm not sure what they call it, but anyway, this video is not about that. It's about how to add it to your map and put it in your map so it's permanently there in your map. So here we go. The first things first is go into Window, Prefabs. Oh, there it is, Open Prefabs, and then under the Nature tab, the first thing there you'll find is a prefab called Paintable Field. So you're going to go Import Prefab. It's going to download it for you and drop it into your map folder as a download. And the prefabs is you'll see where your map i3D is. It will create a prefab folder there, and then also it will create another folder called Paintable Field Prefab, and then open that. It will also give you a zip of everything that's in here, so that you have it as a mod. I'm not too sure why you will want it as a mod, because there's no mod disk. It's a prefab. So there's a prefab disk for it, and if you open that, it's interesting. Melbourne's Paintable Field is the title. Yeah, this is very interesting. You can probably drop this in your I wonder if it will work if you just drop this into your mods folder. Let's give it a try. Let's quickly see what it does. I'm going to just drop that in there, and I'm learning with you in the same process. I haven't noticed that it's got a prefab disk in it, so it's possible that it might have might already load then in game. So what I'm going to do is just open a new game in Elm Creek just to test. I don't want to open my test map for that, because I've just dropped the mod now in the mod folder. So let's have a browse and see if that becomes available for us. We'll quickly see, because if it's built into the map. I've already done this off screen just to see how it works, so that I can not goose around too much, and talk trash. So let's have a look together and see what if that thing works as a mod. We don't want to go there. Just going to get rid of that. Right, so what you will do is you go to purchase, and then here to construction. In construction, under landscaping, under the plants, it should be here. Yeah, it's not there. All right, so it doesn't work as an actual mod. You have to install it as a prefab in your maps folder. So that's what I was thinking. I thought if you just drop it in there, it will be as a mod. And like I say, I don't know if there's a mod around for this, but it's so simple to convert this into a mod. But I don't want to get stuck into that. I want to show you how to build it into your map so that it can be usable in the map. Maybe we can have a look later on how to create a mod from it. Anyways, without further ado, now that folder is in your map, we can just delete this paintable field zip thingamabob. because we've got everything that's in there already in our map. So go test map, maps, map Alpine, and the prefabs folder, and then in this folder here. So what we're going to do now, guys, is take this folder that it's created and rename it. Just take that out, rename it to paintable field, just like that. Alright, and then cut the whole thing. Control X, go to your root of your map folder where your mod disk is. Paste it in there. So you have the mod disk and then paintable field folder with all the files in it. Alright, so that's the first thing you need to do. Alright, the next thing is to open your readme file. There's a readme.txt. Open that up, and this is the instructions for it. It's a bit strange, but that's why I wanted to run you through it, how to do it. It's very simple. If you just follow the video and follow the instructions here, you will definitely have it working in no time. So the first thing we have to do is open in your map folder. You will find your map.xml file. So mine, I know, is under map Alpine, and it's somewhere here. There it is, map.xml. So you find that file. This is your map config file if you don't know about it. It starts with map width and height, and it configs your whole map. Tells it what animals, what shop, and what weeds and growth and farmlands. So it configures the whole map in the game when your map is loaded in game. All right, so you're going to find the section called paintable foliages. All right, so that's the section. And go to the readme. There's one line, actually two lines. No, it's just one line. That one, line 11. So you select line 11 by clicking on 11. Go Control and C. Go to your map XML. Go here to the last entry there. The last entry of the paintable foliages. Hit enter, hit home. So your cursor goes to a new line. And then go Control and V for Victor. And just make it look nice like that. And delete the extra stuff that it created underneath, so it stays nice and neat. Alright, then you have that line in there. You save the map XML, and you're all done with the map XML. You can close it. There's nothing else to do. There's no directories to change there or anything. So very simple and easy. Alright, the next step is you have to go into your mod disk file. So we go back to our map folder. My map is called test map, guys. So your map name will be something else. So I'm going to go there. In the map directory there should be a mod disk. Alright, so you open that. Now I don't have a store item section in there. So if you have, you're gonna only copy the 4 lines like that. If you don't have a store items like I do, you copy everything. From store items to store items. So copy that whole section. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go Control C and go Control V there at the bottom. And then I'm just going to delete this extra dots, because if you don't delete those, you will definitely get an error. So just remove them. And now if you click on store items on top, you should only have one store item start and one store item stop. Alright, so this is the store item section. So if you click it, it must be purple. If it's not purple, you have a problem in your store item section. And you can do that on any section of your XML. So if I click on multiplayer, that's start and end, it's purple. You see, so start, end, start, end, start, end. So, and even on the mod disk, I can do the whole thing, and if it's not purple, there's a problem somewhere in my mod disk. Alright, so that is how you can figure out, oh, there's a problem somewhere, so I have to fix it. Maybe a typo or a comma or a space or something that's not there, or an illegal icon or whatever, you know. So that's just very important to keep in mind. Now, this 4 files, guys, cultivated, plowed brush, stubble tillage brush, and rigid brush. That's the 4 items we're adding to the game, the 4 different textures. And in your map XML, if I can quickly just open the map XML again, there it is. You will see that line that we've added, the paintable foliages. You see the layer is called terrain detail. Now terrain detail in the map editor is actually your field. If you create fields, if you go into terrain detail, when you paint your fields in the editor, that is the same layer. So we're using that layer, terrain detail, and we give it 4 channels. The start channel is 0 and the end channel is 4, or the number of state channels is 4. So you can see that's why we have 4 XMLs that we're adding to the map or to the terrain detail. So that is basically what we are doing. All right, so just give you an idea there. So that 4 files or 4 XMLs is directory sensitive, so we need to add where we've put it. All right, so at the moment it's saying that it's already it's directly in our map directory, which is not true. We've put it in that folder called paintable field. So if I take this paintable field, just copy that name, Control C, come here to the XML, Control V, put a /. All right, and then I take that whole line with the /, select it, copy it, and just put it in front of every one of those files like that. And there you go. Now the directory is correct. So the store items is going to look for paintable field and then the XML. So if I open that there's my Moddesk, which is this file. And in there it says under paintable field, it must find the cultivated brush.xml. So paintable fields, there it is, cultivated brush. And there's plowed brush, and there's rigid brush, and there's stubble tillage brush. All right, so the 4 brushes are there. So now you are done with the Moddesk. We are happy with it. You can save it. I normally leave these things open in case I've made a mistake and there's an error in the game. I can come back. So I'll just leave it open for now as well. But now, go back into this folder. We have to now put the same directory in each of those XMLs because we've changed the directory. So you go in here to store items. That's the only line that needs directory change in every XML is the image file. So you just paste that whole painter that we've put in the Moddesk. You just paste that in there as well and save it. And then open the next XML is plowed brush. Do the same with the image, Control V, and save it. And the same with the rigid brush. Go Control V under image. Where's the image? There it is. Control V and save it. And then the last one is the stubble tillage brush. It's the 4 brushes that we're adding, and we want to just have everything fine. And believe it or not, that is it. Now that we have saved everything, make sure all the XMLs is saved and not read. If it's read, it means you haven't saved it. So save it all, and we can quickly open my map in game. And let's have a browse how this works. So we're basically mimicking in the map, in the game, what we are doing in the editor when we paint fields with the terrain editing tool, you know. So very simple. I just want to get to my map. There it is, test map. It's a very simple tool. The terrain detail tool in the editor just sort of gets now placed in game. So you can quickly paint a map there. The hassle with it is it's not it doesn't become a field number. So if it doesn't have a field number, yeah, it obviously, I don't think there's much, how can I say, benefits to having a field number, but yeah, it's just going to be part of your form then. All right, so it's purchase, P for purchase, and then we go into construction and down to landscaping, into plants, and then at the bottom at the last row you should have your 4 field creation things. So this one is field creation cultivated, that one is plowed, and that's stubble tillage, and that one is rigid. Alright, so now it's as simple as finding a spot where you want to paint, and I'm going to select cultivated for this one. If you press M, as you can see here, I'm just going to take this out of the way. If you press M, it will enlarge your brush. And one thing they forgot to do is to remove foliage when you paint, you know. It's the same in the editor. If you paint a field, unfortunately it doesn't remove foliage, you know. Now you can get around that by first just painting a texture on the ground. Mind you, I've just got $100,000 there. I don't know how expensive is this going to be. So if you paint a texture there, I just want to go M, make it a bit bigger, and press V to make it round. And let's just paint a field, or if you paint a texture first, it's going to remove all the foliage for you. You see, very nice. And then I can come back to this landscaping thingamabob. If I can only go to plants, sorry, I'm confused. And once again, make the brush big and press V, and then I can now just paint a field down. So this will now become a field, this little area that I've painted. Yeah, I can see it's a very expensive operation. My word. I think if I took a pick and a shovel, I would have done it much cheaper than almost $20,000 just for this tiny little bit. So the pricing is a bit hectic. But mind you, I've painted that area as well, and took away all the brush. So let's do one more just for interest sake. If you not directly do this, you'll see what I mean. Like so. And what is nice, I'll show you now. Also, is let's just put this down here as a field. What is nice now also is if I now escape out of the tool and I go into my map, you will immediately see it actually puts the field in there for you. Now for some reason it didn't do that one. Maybe it will just take a bit of time. I don't know. It's supposed to put that one down. Why did it not do that one? There is a field there, guys. What's going on? Come on. Hello. I've painted that field there. Alright, let's quickly just do it again. Just want to see why. Obviously, for some reason it's not. I've used this one there, I think, for the last one. Did I? So let me just make it big again. Press V and just repaint it. It's going to go roughly across. Right, it should actually show there. There we go. That's much better. All right. So it does show you a little painted field there for you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the map there with that 2 fields. And if you want to transfer that paintable stuff now into your map, I'm going to show you how to do that too. So we're going to quit game because we have saved it. I think we used save game 1 if I'm correct. I'm sure it was. So it is all working, so we can close all these XMLs now. Very nice. I'm happy with that. Let's get that out of the way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open our map folder. Sorry, I'm just busy uploading some stuff here in the background. Here we go. That I can close. Or not close, just keep open. And then under test map, open my map Alpine. Before we open, so that's my map directory. I want to see my data folder, so I open my data folder. And then on another window we can open the Farming Simulator 22 where our saved games is, and you go into save game 1 and you take the ground, the height and the fruits. That 3 files, Control C, copy them and drop them into your data folder, overwrite, Control V and just replace that 3 files in there, and voila, your 3 or your 2 or the fields that you have created in game will also be in your map. So just to verify that, let's go in there, open the map in the editor and let's have a look. So I've got 2 fields that I've created there below the farm, and they should now show in game as well as in the map. There you go. You can already see the one is cleared, sorry, and the other one is not cleared. Now, like I said, it's not a tool to replace the terrain detail tool in the editor here. It's still much easier just to come here and go into terrain detail. I mean, to me, that it just makes sense to do it this way. And you can select here cultivated, seedbed ploughed, double tillage, whatever. I just normally use cultivated, make the brush as big as you want, and paint down the field that you want. That is, to me, still the ideal perfect way of doing it. And you've got the same thing that's already in your map. You don't have to go make a save game, copy those 3 files or whatever. It's already there. So the thing about this is now you can have I'm going to not save it because I want to go back into the map and just show you. We'll start a new test, new save game, and it will be there. So it's not a thing of replacing the tool, it's just a Jippo to make things easier in game, to paint some fields there while you are in game. So that's what I wanted to show you here, how to do that and how to operate it and see that it's right. So we're going to make a new game, go to the test map, and let's just see if our fields is still there, because remember we've added it to the map now, so in a new save game they should still be there. So let's just have a browse. Here we go. Nice. So if I run down there quick, Oh, well, I can just press escape. It should be the same thing, eh? And there they are, yes. Just to make sure, let's just go take a browse there or a stroll and have a quick look. Yeah, good stuff. Great, guys. So that is how this paintable field tool is working in game. And now you can have it like that. I think just for lastly, I want to have a look at creating a mod from that and quickly have a look if it's even possible. I don't know. Let's have a quick browse if we can do that. And if you have it as a mod, I don't know if it's possible, but if you have it as a mod, you can you don't have to build it into the map then. That's my thinking, you know. So we will quickly go into test map once again. I actually can just grab it out of my recycling bin because I've chucked it in there. Paintable field prefab, there it is. So I'll just restore that, and that should now be in my mods folder, if I'm correct. It's not in, so it must be in my map folder then. There where I've got the prefabs from. There it is, in there, and there you go. So I'm just going to grab that, drop it into my mods again, and then I should have it. Here it is. So I can open this up. We can take this, and I just want to have a look at prefab disk. Just going to copy that out like so. I hate it when it doesn't put it where you've put it. It should leave it there because I've put it there, you know. So why does it auto arrange it? I think it's my auto arrange settings. So we've got a title, a description, a prefab desk. I think what I'm going to do, just for fun's sake, guys, is take a mod desk, which is my maps. Mod desk should be fine. So let's go here to mods test map, mod desk. And then what we're going to do, let's compare. So desk version 60, you see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that line, Control C, drop it in there, Control V. So mod desk version 60, author version title. So this is my maps. So we've got a title in the mod disk. There's a title for it. Icon file, that's alright. Description, icon file, multiplayer support. I don't suppose that is really necessary. Description, prefab desk. Alright, so what we want to do is grab the last line there for mod disk, copy that, drop it in here, Control V, and there you have a mod disk. Alright, excellent. What else do we need? Got a version number, there's a version number, title, description. Multiplayer icon file. I think what I want to do is paintable field. Let's just save it like that, and then we need to call it mod desk as well. So that is something we will definitely want to do, is call it mod desk or desk like that. Where is it gone to now? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's annoying. Okay. So now now we've got that. I've got all that sorted. So let's have a quick browse if that works. Paintable fields prefab, and we can take the mod desk, drop it in here now, and also delete the prefab desk like so. There you go. So now we've changed that into a mod desk. So let's have a quick browse in game if that now works. We should have it loaded as a mod in game now. So let's have a quick browse and see if it does do that. Zip file, so it doesn't say anything there. So let's go there. I'm going to open a new game in Elm Creek, and it should say available mod there when we click start. So let's have a look. But I suppose if there was any error we would have seen it already. Just not too sure where we'll find it, but we'll have a browse now and see. Start. Here we go. I hate all these questions. And then I click yes. Oh my word. Now it wants to give me a tour. Okay, landscaping. Let's have a quick browse. Construction, landscaping, painting. No, it was on the plants. Still not. I wonder why. What does it need? I suppose one can fiddle around a bit with it. I just want to go on top and see if there was any errors. It should say available mod. When it loads there, that's the normal Giants problem. And that's normal Giant. It's just a error on my Meadow connection. There we go. Load mod, paintable field, prefab. It did load it. Info loaded construction brush types. Loaded mod, lumberjack, paintable field, prefab. Strange that it didn't work. I'm not too sure, guys. Maybe there is a mod out there already for it. I'm not sure. I've showed you how to put it into your map, so that was the idea of the whole process. Unfortunately, in the time of this, I'll have to spend some more time on it to see if it's even something that is needed. You know, could it be under painting? No, it's definitely not under painting. Plants. It's definitely under plants because it should be in there. It's called to be there. Unless it's now as a mod under miscellaneous. This is no, it can't be in here. Marking spray. What on earth is that? I haven't seen that before. Suddenly there. No, it can't be here. It's impossible for it to be there. It must be under the painting. Alright guys, well, I hope it's been insightful. It's been fun. Really enjoy this kind of thing, just fiddling around, and thanks for coming along for the ride. If this is your first time on my channel, a warm welcome. I really do appreciate you sticking with and subscribing and liking and hitting the bell. That's all part of what we do here. Lots of fun together. So yeah, thanks so much guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.